Hello everyone, my name is Vadim Nazarenko and I represent group number 45 as its coordinator. Today our team is excited to present our explainer video on AI model collapse and the dead internet theory. In short, this theory claims that the modern web has become a bot-orchestrated illusion and the interactions between people in the internet are declining dramatically. It firstly appeared in 2016 by users of Reddit and other social networks, and currently it feels eerily close to reality, especially after researchers revealed that 51% of global internet traffic comes from bots and AI-generated content. As a result, since most models train on internet source dataset, uh, they are starting to degrade and the quality of their output becomes worse and worse every day due to increase of bot generated content. Uh, why do we think this matters? As a future professionals in the AI and ML, we see that zombie internet can be a major roadblock for technical progress, flooding the world with junk information that could disorient and mislead people. Uh, Finally, I want to speak about my role in the project. As I have said before, um, I participated as a coordinator for this group. My major duties were to um, proofread the content of our video and organize the interaction between team members. Finally, I would pass the word to other team members so they can dive into what we have accomplished through this research and present you what we have done in general.
Hi everyone, my name is Dolchar, and I'm currently studying in computing and AI major. So my responsibility in this project is to talk about the explainer video, which is in YouTube and which is last around 5 minutes if I'm not mistaken. And in this video, I will talk about ZombieNet, which means like real human created data gets reused and recycled by AI, and until it becomes it loses its quality and originality. To help to explain this, we used loop animation, like for example, to show how real data turns into AI generated content, which then gets feedback into AI, causing it to degrade even more. This is what we call collapse. And we'll also include some real world examples, for example, like discussion in X and Reddit, where people predict that by 2026, 90% of content will be AI generated. And this video is also talking about consequences, for example, like culture fog, like which means basically it becomes harder and harder to tell what genuine human and what machine made basically, and which leads to trust, creativity, and even uh, our sense of reality problems, like people will lose them. And we also have some solution uh, like keeping human involved in this process, what's known as human in a loop. So which means like around making human more engaged in their process and content, make their uh, content more original and quality so that AI cannot copy it. And we use some ChatGPT to write script for that video, and also Midjourney for video things. And overall, this video meant to explain the ethical way of AI to use AI. That's it. Thank you.
Hi from student number 2. I'm student number 3, ID number 250888437D, majoring in the BSc Holland scheme in Computing and AI. In this project, I coordinated the ideas and Gen AI tracks. Basically, I helped organize how we turned all our brainstorming and AI experiments into something current and creative. Our process started with research. We collected more than 15 posts from X and Reddit, all from 2025. For instance, Mario Naufal's discussion about slop, how the internet gets flooded with low-quality AI content. It was super insightful. It gave us a starting point for reflection and helped shape the direction of our creative work. Then, using ChatGPT, we generated and refined ideas. We wrote down 3 different scripts with a temperature setting of 1, just to push the boundaries of creativity and tone. The outputs were varied and sometimes unpredictable, but that was part of the fun and learning curve. Of course, there were challenges. Staying current with data was tricky, especially with fresh research from our archive in 2025. Some references looked convincing, but didn't actually exist. The AI sometimes hallucinated citations, so every claim had to be checked manually before we moved forward. The biggest takeaway for me was clarity about GenAI's role in content creation. It's incredibly fast. Our full draft came together in about 30 minutes, but authenticity still depends on human review and verification. Speed without accuracy doesn't add value. We also discovered the best context for GenAI. It works beautifully for research through semantic search and for visuals using tools like DALL-E. But there's an ethical layer to keep in mind. We made sure to cite and credit original sources so our work contributes to learning, not to the broader problem of content collapse online. That's what our creative phase looked like: focused, experimental, and always reflective. Now I'll hand things over to member number 4, who'll dive deeper into the specific challenges and the lessons we learned from them.
Hello, I'm Eric. My student ID 250937116D. I'm from Computing and AI major. My role in the explainer video was in the use of the various Gen AI tools. I began with brainstorming the ideas for the project with Grok. This stage was quite difficult as Grok was giving very general and sometimes quite strange ideas. However, we in our group managed to pick one general topic and then narrowed it down by ourselves to a more specific issue. Personally, I wanted to choose this theme because in the future I want to work in the AI sphere, especially with machine learning and deep learning models. So I was interested in exploring and learning more about some issues related to generative AI tools. So next, I used Grok again to find some sources to support our presentation with some figures and relevant data. After that, I had to check all this information for relevance for our topic and also for hallucination of the AI. There weren't much hallucination though, but still we needed to remove some details because they were irrelevant or inaccurate. Lastly, I generated some images using Copilot and Canva AI to make our presentation look more colorful and appealing. So this is the end of our presentation video and I hope you liked it.